ready, you could have just boxed it right there. All right, let's try this one. So 3x squared times 5. So 3x squared times 5. Only the 5 can be multiplied. I mean, the 5 can be simplified here. So you get 15x squared. All right, so 3x squared times positive x. So something I like the 1, so let's write the 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Positive 3. X squared times x is x to the third power. Because remember, x squared means x times x times x. So x times x times x is x to the third power. So a negative times a positive is a negative 5. And a negative to the positive is a negative. So 1 times x is 1x. We're not done though. We have to make sure they're in order. So this 3x to the third power has the highest exponent. So I'm going to pull it in front. Remember, it's a positive, so I'm going to make sure it's positive. And then this 15x squared, it's the second power, so I'm going to put plus because it's positive. So with that one, we have an x over here. I'm just going to write minus x. You can write the 1 if you want. And then minus 5. Alright, 2 more to go. Okay, so this is slightly different, but it's the same like concept really. This really like tests whether you're just looking at the steps and just copying the steps, so to speak, or whether there's something more to it maybe. Or this helps with that at least. So this time we have 3 terms. 3y squared plus y and plus 2. We're multiplying each, or that's a whole quantity together, but we're going to multiply each of these by 4y and plus 5. Because remember, the multiplication's here. It's not 3y squared times y. It's not 3y squared times 2. It's, if we could combine them, which we can't, then we multiply by 4y plus 5. So 3y squared times 4y. So 3 times 4 is 12. Y squared times y is y to the third power. So that's good. 3y squared times plus 5. So positive times a positive is a positive. 3 times 5 is 15. Y squared times no other y's is just y squared. Let's do it again. So positive times a positive is a positive. 4y times y, or y times 4y, is 4y to the second power. If you need to see the 1, let's put a 1. So 1 times 4 is 4. Y times y is y squared. So a positive times a positive. Oh, let me draw that arrow first. A positive times a positive is a positive. 1 times 5. It's easy to get lost here. 1 times 5 is 5. Y times no other y's is y. So we're done with this one. We're done with this one. We got to try this. So a positive times a positive is a positive. 2 times 4 is 8y. That one. So now we got this last one. Positive times a positive is a positive. 2 times 5 is 10. So let's look for our highest term exponent. So let's see. Well, I mean, highest exponent term. Well, I don't know why I said that. So looking for the highest exponent. Y to the third, y to the second, y to the second, y. Okay, so this one here. There's no more y to the third, so I just bring it down. And y to the second should be next. So we have 15y to the third. Y to the second. And we have plus 4y to the second. So we get 19y to the second. Remember, I'm combining them, not multiplying. Combining them. Plus 19y to the second power. So I'm done with that, done with that, done with that. I have 2 y terms. Plus 5y and plus 8y, which is plus 13y. So plus 13y. And then this constant's just left alone. So plus 10. Okay. And this last one. Let's try it. So we have 2 terms times 3 terms. So I'm going to just show the arrow. So a negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 1 is 2. W times w to the third is w to the 4th. It's W times W times W times. Let me try that again. W times W times W times W is W to the 4th power. So a negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times 2 is 4. W times W is W to the 2nd power. Let's do this next one. Negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times 4 is 8. W times no W's leaves a W. So we're done with that one. So positive times a positive is a positive. Remember, the 1 times 1 is 1. W to the 3rd power. Positive times a negative is a negative. 1 times 2 is 2. Now W times W is W. That's the one we just did. Last one. A positive times a negative is, let me clarify this. A positive times a negative is a negative. 1 times 4 is 4. Now all I gotta do is put or combine the like terms. So W to the 4th power. Do we have any more? No. So bring it down. W to the 3rd power. Yes, we have one right here. Do we have any more? No. So I'm going to write it as plus W to the 3rd power. Remember, the 1's there, but I'm going to leave it off. W to the 2nd. There's no more. I just bring it down. 4W to the 2nd power. A W, we have another one. So 8W minus 2W gives you, so positive 8 minus 2 gives you positive 6. So plus 6, don't forget the W's, and then minus 4. That is that long expression. Okay, thank you.